I didn't realize that my problems that I was having with showering had to do with sensory issues. I just knew I was very uncomfortable. I just knew that I didn't like water running down my back, and I just knew that I was always like freaking out in the shower and having a panic attack and having to like get out of the shower and sit down or or even sitting down in the shower. It was that bad. So today it was time for me to get into the shower, and it's quite a production, actually. What I do is I try to find those days where I feel like I can get into the shower without having too many issues with, soap and product running down my back. And today was one of those days. So I kind of want to share with you some of my shower hacks that help me get through, not flawlessly, but at least I can get through it and I feel good about myself afterwards. So one of the first things I do, and I know this is going to sound, slightly crazy, but on days that I feel like I need to get my shower in, or I feel like I can do the shower without a lot of problems, I will like hang out in the bathroom, just being in there and, moving things around or, washing down the countertop, something like that to just get my mind into a space where, okay, we're in the bathroom, we're going to be moving into the shower, and this is my way of prepping, just to be comfortable, being in the bathroom, working towards something that I don't want to do. Before my autism, I didn't really understand why I was freaking out in the shower all the time and why I was having anxiety and panic attacks to the point of almost passing out. And so now that I realize that a lot of my issues getting in the shower have to do with sensitivity, I rethought some things. And so with that, let me show you piece by piece what I do to make my showering experience a little more, happy. First hacks I use is putting on a headband because I don't want to get my hair wet. I typically, as you know, wear it in twists and have it pulled back, but my hair can still get wet in the shower or expand or, get wet. So one of the first things I do is I put on one of these little headbands, and it's still wet. I put on this headband first, and I make sure it goes all the way around, my hairline, and then I put on my shower cap. And that keeps my hair dry, and it keeps it from, frizzing and all those other things. And so that's worked out really well for me. Another thing that I've switched to, those big shower puffs, I don't like those because they get full of soap and full of water. And then when you would squeeze it, oh, whew, that's the part I don't like with the water and the soap running down my back, big globs of it. And so I've switched what type of washcloth I use. And I use an African netted washcloth that looks like this. And it's textured, and I love it because, like, when I wash my back, I don't have a bunch of soap and water going down my back. I have this, and then I just, scrub like this, all the way down. And this has absolutely been a game changer for me. A netted washcloth, absolutely necessary. And the next hack I have is more so to do with just finances and money, but using products that you get a lot of use out of. Simple, clean, healthy products for your body. And I use Dove. And one of the things that I do as a big, huge hack is I actually use my bar soap first to get my body all soapy. I do that first. Then I'll go in with my netted washcloth and my Dove body wash. And I like both of these together because they both smell the same. And so like if you're sensitive to smell, go ahead and get the unscented one, but I like the smell of the original. It sets up really nice and it just does the job and it gets everything done. And the other thing that I like about it is it rinses off really nice and clean. So it's not going to leave behind a bunch of like soap residue. And if you've used any like homemade bar soaps, you know, those thick creamy soaps, you might know what I'm talking about. They're hard to rinse off, and that can cause a lot of problems, not rinsing all that off, and it can actually cause rashes too. So be really careful about that, because rashes in certain areas due to soap not being rinsed off completely can, you know, cause a lot of problems. So, and then when I'm all done with that and all dried off and everything like that, then I go in with my Toms. And I like this because it's aluminum free, it's very healthy, it's very safe for you. And then, and I don't use deodorant very often because I don't really do anything to sweat like that. But I use this like maybe every 2 or 3 days. And that's been working out really well. And I really like the smell. The other part of taking a shower that's been really hard for me, and I was telling my therapist this morning, I said, sometimes it's not the actual showering part that's the whole issue. The other issue is everything I have to do after the shower. You know, getting out of the shower and being cold and being wet and water running down my body. Then I have to deal with all of that. And then I have to dry off. And then I have to put on body lotions and stuff like that because I have really dry skin. And so by the time I get done with all of that and get all towel dried off and everything, I'll put on like just a lightweight robe. And I didn't bring it with me, but it's just a lightweight little robe. Or I'll take a big, huge scarf if I have a big head scarf, and I'll wrap that around my body. And then I will use my Cetaphil as a body lotion. I use this for my face as a moisturizer and for my body. And so I like that because it's good for 2 different things and not just one. And it's amazing. And so I'll use this. And then to hold in that moisture, I use my cocoa butter Vaseline. And so that's kind of what I do for, you know, for getting in the shower and everything like that. And I wanted to just, you know, share some of those hacks with you because, like I said, I didn't realize that my problems that I was having with showering had to do with sensory issues. I just knew I was very uncomfortable. I just knew that I didn't like water running down my back. And I just knew that I was always like freaking out in the shower and having a panic attack and having to like get out of the shower and sit down or even sitting down in the shower. It was that bad. And so these little things that I've been doing that I just showed you have helped quite a bit. And I get in and out. I try to keep it between 5 and 7 minutes. And because that seems really doable. And then I'm able to finish out the rest of my day. And so, yeah, if I could say anything else, get it out of the way and do it early and then be done. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. You know the deal. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water and stay hydrated. Make sure you're eating at least 1 healthy meal per day. And get in that shower and clean your body. We always feel so much better after we're all said and done with it, right? Pick up some of these hacks. I hope they work for you. And if you have any hacks, please share them down below. We would love to know what's been working for you as well. Anyway, this is your Random Granny, and I will see you in my next video.